Hello everybody. It is time to do a test grow. Now that the seeds are all dry, and they appear to be pretty good seeds, but we need proof of that. Make sure they're viable seeds. So come spring, when I want to start both of these, I don't get a nasty surprise and find out they're no good. So today, I am going to, like I said, take 10 seeds out of each and start soaking them. Now, with the, 1141s, their shell is very thin. So they're going to require less, let's get a prettier seed. There we go. They're going to require less soaking than the 1001s, because these guys are much thicker. So, with that, these being so thin, I'm going to skip sanding the edges. And 1001s, they're not the thickest. I would call maybe the medium thickness of shells. So I'm just going to do a very light sanding around the perimeter here. So, let's get that. Now, I already did these 9. So now, just got to do the 10th one. So, just going to sand it till not sure if you can see it, but when you sand these lightly, you'll start to see kind of like a seam right in between all around the perimeter of the seed. And that's when I stop. You don't want to go any further, because then you're going to risk scratching or damaging the cots inside. So you just want to do it just enough to help them out when they pop up, so that we can take the shell off of them. Alright, let me see here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, so let me set these guys aside. And bring in the whatchamacallits, cups of water. There we go. So I'm going to obviously just put 5 in each. But right before I do that, I want to spray a little hydrogen peroxide on them, just to make sure they're nice and clean. I want to give them as good of a fighting chance as I possibly can. So, get them all nice and clean. Just a quick little bath. So within 5 in there. How many is that? There, yeah, that's 5. And then 5 in there. Set that aside. And as you can see, here I'll do my power zoom. They're floating. So I have this other cup of water, which will help hold them down. So I'll put that on there, and I'll let these soak for an hour. In about 40 minutes I'll come back and I'll do the same thing with the 1141s. Clean them up in the hydrogen peroxide and then get them soaking for 20 minutes. So then, once that time elapses, I'll bring you guys back and we'll get them planted. While the seeds are soaking, I got 20 peat pots in water soaking so they're nice and hydrated. So when I get the growing media ready and to the proper moistness, the peat pots won't wick that moisture away. So these are soaking. The seeds are almost done, and it will be planting time. Alright, so an hour passed. Both the 1001 and 1141 seeds have soaked properly. And in that time, I did fill up all the pots. And I did plant the seeds. Just got the 1141s left right here. Just gotta plop this guy in here. So gonna have the tip of this go down. Very important. So just gonna do it just below the surface and tap that in. So now I just have two different seeds, so as you can see, I just put sticks on one of them and labeled it the 1001 so I don't forget which one is which. And over here on the left side of the screen, I got the thermostat plugged in. Oh, but I don't have the probe in. Come on. Naturally it gets hung up. There we go. We got it. So we will stick that guy right over here. Basically where the seed, whoops. Basically where the seeds are. That's where I like to have the probe. And I have that set at 85 degrees. So hopefully in 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days, we'll have hopefully all 10 of each up. So I'll bring you guys back when they start popping or poking through their little peat pots. We are on day 5 of the test grow. And with the 1001s, we have I can say for certain we have 100% germination. And the 1141s, well, they are all showing signs of germinating. Had to kind of help most of these. This one is coming. I'm gonna give him till tomorrow morning and see how he looks. But he did crack his shell and he is working on his way out. Same with that guy. I don't know if you can see that, but right there is part of his leaf, and well, he is germinating. So, but since how they're not 100% germinated, we'll say the 1141s are between 80 to 100%, which is pretty good, all considering the room that I am growing them in. It's a little on the cooler side. It stays maybe on a good day around 65, 66. So even with the heating mat on them, it still stays a little bit on the cooler side, at least for germinating. So that's probably why, well, I know that's why they've been struggling to push up and get out of their shell. If the room was warmer and they're
seed pots were therefore then warmer, they would have shot out a lot better. But regardless of the temperature, I'd say this was a pretty good test. I'm pretty happy with the results. Alright, we are on day 6 of the 1141s. And now I can a little more confidently say that there is 100% germination. These two guys finally came out of their shell and they're starting to green up now that they're underneath the light. But they did suffer some damage for being in the shells for a little too long. As you can see right there, I don't know how well that's coming up, that might be blown out, but they're a little, they're not the greatest, but they did germinate. And if I were to be growing these guys, I would not choose these two. They would be out, because in the end they'll grow a good plant and grow good pumpkins, but they're gonna have a much slower, stunted start because their initial food source has been damaged, so it's gonna slow them down. But all in all, guys, this was a pretty successful seed test germination. Both my 1141s here and the 1001s had a 100% germination rate. So pretty happy with that. So that will conclude this test. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.